movie notes on Dracula Untold, 2014 film, 13 May 2025 viewing. Here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, talk through my movie notes for my Tuesday, 13 May viewing of the 2014 film Dracula Untold, which is a fiction film, but is it? About Vlad the Impaler in the 1400s and his military response to a sultan taking 1,001 youth, including the child of Vlad, to be soldiers in the sultan's army. So there's this guy, portrayed by Luke Evans in this film, born in 1979. Luke Evans. My Luke Evans. Okay. Yeah, at least some of it. I mean, there's a lot of, I'm going to venture, I guess, computer-generated imagery kind of thing. And so I am actually going to classify this as military/war books and movies, and this is one of those ones where, like, the historical figure Vlad the Impaler is generally, in my experience, accepted as a real person. So I'm going to also put it in notes on autobiography/biography, but, so, okay, then I guess I'm going to take fiction. I'm just going to call it a film, which is a film about, I'll clean that up now. So essentially he's a prince, and then there's a sultan, and the sultan comes and demands youth from Vlad the Impaler, including the Vlad's offspring child. And so, you know, the guy doesn't want to do that, and the wife of Vlad isn't, but it wasn't the real wife of Vlad, okay, the kind of thing, as portrayed in the movie. It's a film. And they're not very happy. So then so essentially it's kind of about how this person, Vlad, responds, including seeking help from a vampire in a cave, who then turns Vlad into a vampire. Okay, this was back in the 1400s, you know. It wasn't that common of a thing back then. I don't know if that's not still the case now. Yeah, but it's good. I'll give this above 5 out of 5 stars. I greatly enjoy it. Yeah, I have it, my hearing threshold is lower than the, like, standard human hearing threshold, meaning that, like, if I'm in a room, something that's whispered across the room, I can hear it. Like, it sounds like, quote unquote, normal to me, kind of thing. And partially, growing up, we kind of learned that people who have a really impaired sense, like really bad sense, sometimes other senses are more accentuated to kind of compensate for that, so the person can still function. So that would be, my vision is, like eyesight is pretty bad. So the changed hearing sense may be related to that. And it is interesting. This is a good movie for my acoustic experience, my hearing threshold. It is also one that, interestingly enough, the Vlad the Impaler did have, when it underwent a transformation to being a blood drinker, his eyesight got worse, and per, like, human standards, and his hearing threshold improved. And he, like, they make a point of, like, a spider with a web and something off in the distance through the trees, he can now hear where you couldn't hear before. And I was like, ah, I'm like a vampire in my hearing sense. But I think my Luke took this role in part because he is top of category of my soulmates for acoustic control of me. So, like, in sleepwalking mode, he'll blindfold me, but before he blindfolds me, he'll give me the instruction of I am to find him without my eyesight. So then he blindfolds me, and I have to find him without him speaking or anything like that. And he is the only of my soulmates that has 100% accuracy on that particular means of acoustic control. So essentially he can control sounds and, like, acoustic vibrations and stuff like that, such that I can find him. A lot of people are like, oh, I know who so-and-so looks like. No, he focuses on his acoustic footprint and how matter interacts with him acoustically so that I can find him. Okay. So there we go. So, which is relevant for this film, because I'm like, if you want to try and understand that, this is actually the best movie I have encountered for that. So those are my movie notes on Dracula Untold, 2014 film, 13 May 2025 viewing.